Hello and welcome back to another review. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these. There was like 3 in a row that I done earlier on in the month. And then in terms of new releases that I've been seeing, it all went very quiet for a while. Now, there's a couple films out at the minute, a couple Netflix ones, which I'm going to try and get around to watching and reviewing this weekend. But before we get on to that, I want to just talk about this film, An American Pickle, which I actually went to see at the cinema. Yeah, cinemas, they're back. Kind of, I guess. I don't know. Now, I was very intrigued by this film. I thought it looked very interesting from the trailer, and especially the poster, which I'd seen about in a few places. I love Seth Rogen. He's one of my favourite American comedy actors. So, I find him very trustworthy most of the time. So, I thought, I think this film will be good. So, I went to see it, and what did I think? It was alright. This is a film which I'm already forgetting. It was a week ago since I've seen it. But yeah, it's one of those films that you're going to forget very, very quickly. The plot is like incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid. There's a lot of things they miss in terms of a man who lived over 100 years ago coming back today. There's a lot of things which he seemed very okay with. So there was a lot of things that they could have rolled with. They could have made some good jokes out of, but they just chose not to. They sort of brushed over a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm not the biggest fan normally when actors play the same character, still play 2 characters in one film. You know, like Jack and Jill, for example. There's another one of those American comedy actors who done it, and it went horribly. This went better because Seth Rogen he's a bit more charismatic, I think. I much prefer the older version of him than the modern version. There were moments where the film went really too far, and it tried to do almost an Anchorman, where it done stuff that was incredibly unbelievable, yet things come full circle at the end, but they went so far at times. Whereas with Anchorman, it's such a stupid concept, and the characters are acting so stupid all the time. It didn't work as well here, because the characters are trying to be a bit more serious at times. And yeah, in terms of side characters, there really wasn't any. It just focused on your 2 Seth Rogen characters, which was a bit of a shame. I would have liked another character thrown in the mix there. I feel like there was something missing from the film. I don't know, maybe one of them could have had a love interest or something. Because there was a couple of reporters, bloggers, if you will, that come along about halfway through the film. And they just sort of vanish. I felt like they could have been good side characters because they were actually funny. They were more funny than Seth Rogen. But they just vanished halfway through the film. They literally had like a 10-minute period where they were in it a lot, and then they were gone. And yeah, that's... Honestly, I'm already kind of... running out of things to say about this film. The ending... spiraled out of control a lot, I thought. You know what? The first 2 acts were fine. They were not great. It's like 6 out of 10 level of like just above average for me. It's like, yeah, it was good enough. There was a few jokes which really made me laugh. Especially, I liked a lot of the Trump jokes. Not being a fan of him myself. So I liked a lot of the digs at him. But then the last act just spiraled for me. It really lost its way, which was a shame. Yeah, this film didn't do anything particularly well. It didn't do anything that bad, I wouldn't say, other than the ending, maybe. The last act was a bit of a train wreck. I'm already pretty much done talking about this film. It wasn't awful. It's probably worth a watch. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 5.5, 5.5 out of 10. It's ever so slightly above average. But it's not Seth Rogen's worst. I've seen a couple films which I think are weaker. You know, Sausage Party is out there. But it's no way his best. No way his best. And it's a shame. I really hope that Seth Rogen gets a bit back on track after this one, because the man has a pretty good track record lately. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye-bye.